Hi, I want to tell you about this book that I just recently read called The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl by Stacy McAnulty. This book was on the list of books that I need to read for our Mod Heart Loveless State Award nomination committee that I'm on, to see if I would think this was one that I would like to nominate. Turned out, I love this book. I give it a 5. It was joyful, it was funny, and it had a redemptive, wonderful ending. It's a story about middle school, and I kind of have had my fill of middle school books, so I have to say I wasn't necessarily feeling like I was going to enjoy this one. It starts out with a little girl named Lucy, and she is 8 years old, and she gets struck by lightning one day on a playground. She's on a metal fence. She is out, they estimate, between 2 to 5 minutes, and as a result of probably some brain damage, she her brain overcompensates, and now she is a math genius, a savant. And so she ends up becoming a homeschooled child throughout her elementary school years. She lives with her grandmother. Her parents are not in the picture. I believe her mom died when she was really young, and her father was never in the picture. So she lives with her grandmother. She's starting to consider at 12 years old going to college, because that's really where she is at academically. But her grandmother knows that she needs maybe some time. She's just not ready to go to college as a 12-year-old. So she says, you need to give me 1 year in a middle school. You need to read 1 book. You need to get involved in 1 activity, and you need to make 1 friend. And so reluctantly, she goes to school. And she does. She gets in a middle school where, you know, kids are definitely going to see you as strange. And she has a strange disorder. She has OCD. And so some things that happen to her is she hears numbers in her head. So she has to do a certain stand up, sit down, or tap or something to get rid of that. And kids notice that she is a little different. She's trying to hide, though, her mathematical genius, and doesn't tell anybody about it. There is a girl in her class, her name is Wendy, and she's a ball of fire. I think she's one of those kids that's kind of annoyed kids along the way, and so she has latched on to Lucy and has become her friend and has taken her in her life, and it's really quite fun to see. They have to do a community service project in their school, and so Wendy says right away, we're going to be friends, but they need 1 more person. And so they end up finding this boy who hasn't gotten in a group yet. He loves to take photographs and kind of is more of a loner. The 3 of them find an animal shelter that they decide that they can help. And of course, Wendy has all these grand ideas. I tell you what, she has big, bold ideas. She wants to save the world. And, well, Lucy just knows that she can help them with their statistics to get these animals adopted. So turns out that now all these animals are involved with this story, and it just makes it so much more heartwarming. There's a lot of humor in this story. It is just fun, and I had a smile on my face and laughed out loud, and I just enjoyed it so much. So I recommend this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's called The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl by Stacy McAnulty, and it was published, the hardcover was published in 2018 by Random House in New York. So, The Miscalculations. Happy reading, everyone.